We're live.
Live.
Hey
You
everyone.
can't see me. I can't.
Hello, hello.
There.
Thanks for joining us in another live session. We're glad you could tune in. Whoever's on right now, we can't really tell.
Yeah. And if you're not here now, but then you're watching it back,
Okay.
hi to everyone
Not
who's
necessary.
watching it
Yeah.
not live and watching it.
Huh?
Yeah, thanks for watching the not live, recorded live, if you know what I mean.
What? No.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
it is. It's not
It's
live. It's a
afterwards.
recorded
Not
live
live,
session.
It's
Topic of the video.
But it's not dead either.
No, and usually they're not,
not a
because when
dead
you just
video.
start it, people aren't on
What do you
there
call
right
it?
away.
It's not a live video, but is he calling it a dead video?
I think they want to know the topic of.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it's the title, but like.
So this live session, we're going to talk about our plans for accessible travel reviews that we're going to do as we go around this great country.
Traveling.
Traveling.
In our RV, full time.
Yeah,
With the
and
picture.
if you've seen, we've been kind of downsizing, getting ready to sell our house and go full-time RVing. So part of our journey is going to be giving other people an idea of what the places where we go are like for people in wheelchairs
And
or
how
other
accessible they
disabilities.
are.
How accessible they are, and how much fun they are too.
Yep.
And another big part of that is the playgrounds. We've recently been doing some playground reviews.
Yeah. You are never too old for playgrounds.
That's right.
Yes, Brian has proved that.
So we're going to seek
So-
out every accessible playground we can find, do a review of it, post it, and
Yeah.
hopefully help some people out, help people find those accessible playgrounds.
Yeah, because in posting our accessible playground review, I think we found out, talking to people, that they didn't even know accessible playgrounds existed.
Right.
And we kind of didn't either until we stumbled on the one that's kind of local to us. So we're going to find, in looking on the internet, it seems like there's pretty many accessible playgrounds around the country. So for all the kids in wheelchairs who watch us and want to get to a playground with their friends, we're going to go find as many as we can and show them on our YouTube channel as we travel the country. And then you can find them and go on.
That is right.
And play.
Okay, so who's on with us so far?
Oh, Abnormal the Clown.
Oh, hi, Abnormal.
And Dell.
And Grim Strife. Hello.
And Kyle. And
All
Gus.
right, Del.
Hi,
Okay,
everyone.
hi, everyone.
Okay. Hi there. So, yeah, and not only playgrounds around the country, though, but like Brian said, we're going to, you know, I mean, obviously every place we go, we find out if it's wheelchair accessible or not.
Yeah.
That's
Like it or
funny.
not, we're going to find out
We're
if
gonna
I
find
can
out.
get in it and how easy it is for me to
Yeah.
get around on it.
But what we'd like to do as we travel is kind of just show other people. So if you're in a wheelchair like Brian and you know how well you could get around, and then there's some people in wheelchairs who maybe are quads and you know paralyzed, you know, in their arms and stuff too, but at least you'll get an idea of what some place is like and if your chair might be able to fit through and what there is to do in those areas. So even if you don't have quite the same disability Brian has, it'll give you a good idea of what the area is
And
like.
we are missing. Dell asked, "Where's Mr. Smooth?"
Oh,
So,
she's-
yeah. I wonder how long we're gonna go before someone noticed.
So Mr. Smooth fan club is going to be very disappointed. He's at the Wednesday night church. Activity.
Yeah.
So he's probably playing dodgeball, I'm guessing, or something.
No,
similar
no,
to
he
that.
was playing.
He plays music.
He plays
Yeah.
some music to start it out. He usually plays guitar and someone sings
Yeah.
Right.
on Wednesday nights for their senior high. And then, yeah,
By the
then
time
they do
they
a Bible study. And they don't play dodgeball as much anymore as they
No.
used to. That used to
They're
be the big thing.
kind of aging out of the dodgeball.
Abnormal,
Although, I guess adults play it too.
Abnormal the Clown says that Mr. Smooth is walking on his hair.
Well,
Yeah.
and he didn't let us videotape him earlier today. We were down in Baltimore, Maryland, at the Operation Christmas Child Processing Center.
Video coming soon.
Video coming
Sneak
very
peek.
soon on Friday, where we package shoe boxes that go across the world. But anyway, so we were down there, and Mr. Smooth, he did manage to bring his big bottle of hairspray along, but his hair was not looking too good today. It was a little bit
He
flat.
didn't have gel or something.
Yeah, he was missing some sort of hair product or something. Because it was noticeably not as, you know, sculpted as it usually is. And so we
bad
did
hair
not.
day for Mr.
Yeah, it
Smooth.
was, and so we were not really allowed to videotape Mr. Smooth today. He did get it fixed before church.
Yeah.
He popped in here to get that fixed up a little bit, but
So that is why he had to come home.
he had to come home
He
and
called
fix
it.
the hair.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's why Mr. Smooth is missing tonight.
Yeah.
All right, so onward.
Yeah, so we're not really sure how it's going to work out. We're going to try to do not like full-blown reviews of every place we go, But at least throughout the vlogs, the daily
You'll
vlogs,
see.
or not daily, but the couple times a week vlogs,
Yeah.
we'll mention part of it and kind of give somewhat of an idea. And of course, I can only speak towards being in the wheelchair or similar to that. You know, other disabilities, you know, blind, deaf, and things like that. I don't know as much about, but I can maybe notice some things about it.
And we'll give a good, you know, videotape view of everything. You know, so we'll try and make you feel like you're there with us and get an idea of what the place is like. And it could be a national or state park. It could be a city.
Yeah.
Anywhere we might go. You know, sometimes in our past videos, you probably can get an idea of, we have done a few in the past that are truly accessible videos where Brian went and talked about, like, if the bathrooms were accessible and things like that. But some of our others, just watching them, you can get an idea of where we struggled. You know, like the beaches are always difficult. and some beaches just have steps, so that's tough. But, you know, you can see, just watching our vlogs, kind of a little bit about an area.
Yeah.
And where we struggle and where it's easy to get around.
Yep.
Any comments we need to? No. Oh, Makenna's checking out the comments for us.
Yes.
Alexandra is here. You can see the top of her head now. She kind of keeps going back and forth across the video. And yeah, with our accessible videos as we're traveling, of course, Brian's always in the wheelchair, but we'll generally keep the second wheelchair with us. Just to, you know, show an idea of you know, the second wheelchair and maybe getting around a little bit better, like if it's Alex in the wheelchair, you know, what it's like for a kid to be in the wheelchair at that location. Yes.
Daddy's messing with the phone.
Yeah, I'm trying to get comments to show up on here too. What they're
No, they do. They
They
just
do.
pop up.
Okay.
but there's none there. Do
Yeah,
they go
close
away?
up of Brian.
Yeah,
while
they
he's
pop up.
trying to
See, like
figure
that
out.
popped up.
Oh, I thought they stayed up
Dell
there.
asked, how are the pups? Did they get over the vets?
Oh,
It
yeah.
was a very traumatic experience.
Yeah.
But they popped up right
Well-
away as soon as we showed them food.
Yeah, it was kind of a double whammy for them though, because they went to the vet and got their shots and all, and then Diane and the kids were gone overnight. It was just me and Alexandra here at the house.
So Tuesday and Wednesday we were like,
yeah, the mommy and the twins were gone for the dogs, so they were traumatized.
The most important thing there is the mommy was gone, and the dogs are very mommy focused.
Yeah, they're like attached to her.
well,
Yeah.
they did get to, they stole the blankets off of Jared's bed and made it into Ball and my bed, so Kamal slept on, she had tons of blankets, had her own bed, so it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
She got over it when she had her little puppy nest, because that's what we call it, just the nest of
so
blankets.
Makenna might not be getting her bed back tonight. I don't know. Carmel has kind of laid claim to it.
Have to fight.
That is her favorite bed in the
Fight for
house. And Makenna never lets her sleep. Doesn't let Carmel sleep on the bed with her because Carmel takes up too much
And
room.
I can't sleep,
Yeah.
which is important.
That is not important. The dog's comfort is important. Shame on you. If you really loved her. So, yeah, so they got over the vet. They get lots of treats at the vet, though, so it's really not that bad. I mean, they eat tons, especially Carmel, because she's really food-focused. So, like, the whole time she's getting shots and stuff, the only way we can get anything in her is to just be constantly feeding her food. So, you know, like, the vet tech is there. Food.
Distraction. But it doesn't last long when she's paranoid and scared. She
No,
just
but-
eats and then right back to being scared.
Yeah. And then she just gets more, so it works out well for her.
She
That's a
got
good
peanut
plan.
butter this time.
She did. She even got peanut butter at the vet this time because they had to do an x-ray and they didn't think they could do it because she was so hyper. So they gave her a bunch of peanut butter on a spoon and that worked. She came back, it was funny, she came back smelling of peanut butter and Pepper, you know, immediately was like, oh. Pepper could smell it. She's like, you had peanut butter. This is so unfair.
Dell said, I found it hard to sleep in a single bed with 2 cats.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because the dogs sometimes will both sleep on our bed, and they're not allowed on my side because I would worry about they might lay on my toes or something. And
Yeah, they could actually break his legs.
Hurt my
'cause
legs,
his legs
so
are
they stay on
fragile.
her side. So a 45-pound dog and a 55-pound dog on a twin bed,
Pepper is
basically.
good.
Yeah.
She calls up in a little tiny ball right up against it, and Carmel like stretches out diagonally across the bed,
Yeah, on top of you.
on top of you.
Yeah,
It's like,
But it keeps Diane nice and warm though.
It is good. It's good this time of year because when it's like 20 degrees out at night, I'm like all for the dogs. And he's always cold. I'm like, you want to borrow a dog?
Yeah. I don't mind the
They're
dog
good for that.
laying next to me if they lay still, but they kick around too much for me.
Yeah.
Someone asked, Grim asked, a bit off the subject, but I'm curious, how/where are you guys storing all the stuff you won't travel with?
Yeah, that's a good question. We're gonna get a storage unit. We're not sure what size yet, so we're gonna stage, like in the basement, we're gonna stage all the stuff that we're keeping but not taking in the RV, and kind of estimate what size storage unit we need.
Yeah.
And if it's bigger than the one size that's a certain amount, 10 by 20 or something like that.
Yeah.
If it's bigger than that, stuff's got to go. Cause
Yeah, then we have
the
to go
rates
back
go
through the pile.
crazy. You know, for the
Yeah.
real big ones, it's really expensive.
Yeah.
So we want to stick with the like small garage size one.
Yeah, so right now our basement has, you know, stuff that still has to go either to friends or family or to the auction, and then we have the pile of stuff that is going to get in a storage unit. And like Brian said, if it's too much, looking at that pile for like, okay, that's still way too much, we will then go through it again. And then the only thing that won't go in the storage unit is doll houses. The doll houses that Brian's dad made for the girls, those are staying with relatives.
Yeah. Yeah, they're too
And so
valuable,
everything else is storage unit for like a year or so. So we want that as small as possible because we don't want to be paying like a bunch of money for a storage unit.
Yeah, and I don't know. I don't know if it's cheaper other places of the country, but it's pretty expensive here in the Northeast.
Yeah.
Storage. So that might be something to consider. Maybe I should look into. I didn't look at like storage units in
No,
some
but we're not
rural
schlepping
West
it.
Virginia or
We're not
something.
schlepping it to some rural West
No,
Virginia
it might be
town.
half the cost because
No.
real estate's cheaper.
I suppose. Yeah. Okay. Well, no, we're not. We're putting it local
Yeah, so-
because that way
no.
I can just take it there in a couple trips,
Yeah.
like
It'd be
over
easier.
the course of like a couple days. Because this process is already way long. I mean, we're closing in on Christmas and we're still here, which we really didn't want to be still in the house at this time. No. So.
We might be though. We're going to be like through
Into-
December probably.
Okay. He keeps putting it off, but
Yeah.
okay. Now it's him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Me. Yeah.
Hi, JCTV!
Oh,
Yay, hey guys.
Well, I think this is this the first time they got on when they first live?
Jonah was watching it last time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, did he comment though?
Papa
No,
JC
there was no
TV
comments.
told us that Jonah was watching last time.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they caught us
So
live.
welcome to our live session.
Yeah, welcome. We were kind of talking. We started talking about places that we want to when we're RV traveling. That we're going to show the disability, situation
But
there
we
and how
kind of-
accessible it is. But we
Kind
keep
of veer
getting
off
off on-
subject a lot.
We do that a
Usually
lot.
happens.
Yeah.
Well,
So.
that keeps it exciting and fun.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Why
gonna go
me?
across the screen now because Alex is over there
You
and
can go behind
she
it.
keeps calling me over. So, okay, I could crawl under. Okay, I will go
Go
behind
around.
it. I will. Yeah, oh, all right. That Alex is just
Hi,
going
Jonah.
across it. all
Oh,
right,
Jonah
here-
is watching. Okay. Hi, Jonah. Mama and Papa JCTV.
Oh,
Yes.
right. Hey, did we guess the
Yeah.
Christmas? Okay.
Me and
Good.
Jared. Me and Jared. That was me and Jared guessing.
Okay. Yeah, because JCTV has a contest going on right now to guess the candy jar.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
I
didn't
just
do
want to make
that.
sure these guys put a
See,
guess
I
in.
suggested that we each put a vote in.
Are we allowed to do that?
I
Or
don't
is
think
it like
so.
one per
Just
channel?
one
I think
per
it-
What are the rules
channel.
on that?
Yeah.
You need a rule book.
Say hi to Alex again.
Hi.
Alex, yeah. She's just
Back
calling
up.
around.
Hey, camera hug.
So did anyone take a guess on their candy jar?
Yeah,
Does candy
me and
jar
Jared
guess?
They
decided.
did, yes.
Decided on 7%.
Does the candy go?
Okay.
Sorry.
We
Yes.
see. We counted the bottom. We counted what we could see
Yeah.
on the one, like on the one side, and then we
Multiply
doubled
it.
that. We doubled that because you went outside, and then we did the row.
Mm-hmm.
It's a-
Well, so
it's-
that was the perimeter then. So
ah,
then we counted what it was
highly
in each layer
mathematical. Yes.
and did that, and then we reduced it going into the middle.
So they're
Wow.
gonna win. They've
So
got
nobody
it.
else,
Exact,
nobody else
apparently.
stands a chance
That's right.
then. That kind
So,
of.
but now, so everyone needs to go over to JCTV and guess on the candy, and Alex is having some problem. Yes.
Okay, is it in a jar? The candy.
It's in a
Yeah.
jar.
Yeah.
Yes.
But they
It's
could put a rock in it
M&M's.
or something.
Oh,
No,
is it
No.
all filled with candy, or did you like put
I don't-
something in the middle?
No, please don't. That completely ruined my guess.
When we do that,
There's like a giant gobstopper in the middle.
Oh.
Yeah, put a huge in the middle.
So there'll just be candy around the outside
Yeah.
and there'll be something in the middle. Okay, yeah, don't play the guessing game if Alex is not the candy.
Yeah, Alex do like put like random stuff in there. Okay.
He said JCTV said that you're like a puppet show popping up in front of the screen, Alex.
Yes, that's Alex. She's a little excited. She had a good time when the twins and I were away overnight because she got daddy time.
Yeah.
But she missed us, so now she's a little bit wound up.
Abnormal the Clown asks, Brian, are you taking a comedy show in the boat as well?
Yep, I am.
Yes.
That's banging.
Okay.
A comedy, maybe we can make a comedy
Yes.
puppet show.
Yeah.
Alex
Yeah,
can
I
be a
can be a
puppet,
puppet. I'm good
and
at
I'll just supply the funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Get it?
No.
Yeah.
It's,
It's
Nope.
great.
again, why
No
you get all the
encouraging
encourage-
him.
Yeah.
We have enough corny, stupid dad jokes in one day.
You can never have enough of those.
No. And it's like and the thing is we can't ever get away from that either because we go places and we run into people who do the same corny stupid jokes because there are people when we were processing shoeboxes last night and it was like it was stupid jokes and I was like gee it's like daddy's here. So now like people
I
like
wish
that
I could have
follow
gone. It
us.
sounds
Yeah.
like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Or a lot of pun.
You know.
That's not even at all
No.
close
Might have been.
to
That's maybe what's
near
so
funny.
Close
It's
to
close
being funny.
No,
Being
it's
funny.
not.
Near funny.
No.
JCTV said, comedy puppet show. We like it. We can book several venues here in California.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's have your people call my people. You know what I mean?
And when we get to California,
People call my people.
which ought to be like,
How many people?
when are we
You're
getting?
my people.
Then we'll say no, hang up. What?
Okay. Yeah. Are we done?
Yeah.
I was asking when are we getting to California now? Wes? 'Cause
California?
people do it.
Yeah.
Someone asked today too. Got in touch with us and said like, can we put up a map of like where we're going when we start our meeting?
Oh, that would be cool.
And that's a really great
And then
idea,
you-
except we don't really know where we're going yet.
Well, we're gonna figure it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
As we go
Somewhat.
places,
Yeah.
we need to get them out, push pins in, and then connect string to them.
Yeah.
So you can.
So it'll be red pins of where we've been, and then there'll be
String.
blue, green, and yellow
No.
pins where we could potentially
All right, this
go.
is
next.
all
No.
spur of the moment.
No,
We're
there will just be string of what
Just
order
be
we
string.
went to the pins.
Right, but they
This
want
sounds
people want
very
to know where
confusing.
we
Oh.
are going to
Can't
go.
we just
We have
make
no
a
idea.
listing of telling them then where we're going?
Anyway, California will be probably July, I'm guessing.
Okay, it's guessing
Utah is June,
July. Okay.
so
Yeah,
California
well,
probably
let's start, like, if
July.
we start, we're starting in January, and we need to go just warm, so we need, like, we're beelining
I have
for
an
Florida,
idea.
because that's, okay, there's the puppet again, she's coming back, alright.
Yeah.
Potato.
Yes, she wants to go to Port St. Joe, Florida, which
Yeah.
is where we were last
Maybe
Christmas
we will.
time.
I don't know.
Maybe we will, if we, although we
Well,
probably,
We have to.
and this late, we probably can't even book in at that state park, but.
Yeah, probably.
So anyway, in January we're gonna do Florida definitely, and maybe bebop around there. We don't want to head west in this like winter springtime because in April we have to be back in Pennsylvania in this area to do state testing for the kids. So that's April. April we'll be back in Pennsylvania, and then May we're gonna be out in Indianapolis at like the Indy 500 and that whole thing.
And then we're going west.
And
young
then,
man.
yep, so from Indiana, then we're going to head west. So we're looking at Utah in like the June, and then further west. And so California, unless it's too hot in July. Is it too
Yeah,
hot in
what's-
July?
We actually
what's
have
it?
a plan.
What's it like in July?
That's
in
the
Southern
temporary. I know, aren't you impressed?
Yeah.
Yeah, so January, February, March will probably just be the southeast. You know, Florida, Alabama, Mississippi,
Yeah,
Louisiana, the Carolinas. Simply because we don't want to drive all the way out west and have to be back here in April. Then, you know, it'd kind of be a lot of driving and rushing around. So, yeah.
JCTV said 4th of July party at the JCTV house. Barbecue, swimming, basketball, and trampoline, and then maybe more barbecue.
Sweet.
Sounds good.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
And if you have corn, Jarod will be there.
yeah, is there
Yeah,
corn
then
on
you
the
won't
top?
have any more corn.
Yeah, then he will get in there. Because, you know, that whole earthquake thing, he's like, you know.
Bribe him with corn
Yeah,
or starch. Any kind of starch.
Yeah.
If we walk through fire for corn.
He
I'm
does.
sure.
He loves corn. He was excited this week because if you watch the Thanksgiving video, we made the baked corn, which is Brian's mom's recipe that he loves, and we had to make that special for him. And we made that, and then he got the brilliant ideas to add hot dogs to it. He actually wanted to add hot dogs and baked beans to it, but I refused. I just did hot dogs.
It was good.
It was good.
It's not exactly a brilliant idea. Anything we make, he says, add hot dogs and baked beans
and corn.
What are we having?
We're having so much better.
Yeah, we're having oatmeal. Let's put hot dogs in it.
And corn.
Yeah.
No, he's not too bad. He likes oatmeal.
Well, he knows.
But yeah,
He doesn't like
want
certain
hot
things
dogs
in
and
it.
everything.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have hot dogs much, so he
No,
knows
we
not
don't.
to ask.
So if we get hot dogs and they're in the freezer, then he bugs to have them constantly if he knows they're in there.
Yeah.
But
It's
like
usually
this
a
morning,
summer picnic kind of a thing.
Yeah.
We have hot dogs. That's usually what we
This morning, since we were at a hotel and they had the whole free breakfast thing, he had he was all happy. They had bacon and eggs and biscuits with gravy. And then he had, of course, 2 boxes of cereal and some Danish because that was it. The little boxes.
As she said that, I was like,
24-ounce boxes.
But he probably would eat 2 big boxes of cereal because he doesn't get it much. He always wants it.
JCTV said, did Alex just do the walk down the stairs by the camp? Did you do that? I didn't see you. Well, you pretend to walk down to do it. Try it. Now she'll try it. It'll end up much worse.
If you hear thought, it's
It
just
wasn't intentional.
You go in front of the camera, go one step at a
Slowly
time.
go down.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I'll let you know when your head comes in. Okay,
It was
ready?
better when she wasn't trying to do it.
Okay, there you're in.
Now she's just going to be laughing.
Oh, she fell down the steps.
She fell down the steps. And she hunches. She hunches when she goes down.
She's okay.
There, she's back up now.
She's
Okay.
good. All is good. But yeah, so back to, because we again went off on a tangent. 4th
Oh.
of July.
Sorry.
The 4th of July. So the 4th of July picnic at JCT, that sounds like we could do that.
And they said, let's not talk about the weather. So I'm guessing that means it's very hot. But that's okay. Probably hot and not raining though.
As long as there's no, do you see there's more wildfires out there again?
Yeah, that's terrible.
Is that?
Hope they're not in your
I
neck of
don't.
the woods.
We don't know exactly where you are. We know that I think the wildfires they said are Southern California this time. And is it really dry out there this year? They keep getting so many fires, and that's just awful.
Ooh, but they have a giant pool.
Well, okay then.
Cool things.
Okay.
No, and I think the puppet has something else
We can
to
have
say.
the barbecue in the pool.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Can we just have her talk so she stops swinging her arms?
Yes.
Ow.
Okay.
Okay, what do you have to say?
Okay.
Okay. She has a plan.
I forgot.
Yeah, I knew it. I was gonna say we're gonna talk too long. She's gonna forget.
This is the most common word. No.
Okay.
No. This is the most common word in the house. Mom. I forgot.
Okay. Here we go. She's
Okay.
gonna get it out now.
Did I do good with the up and down the stairs?
Yeah, how was the step skip?
She needs to.
I'll do it again.
Okay.
That was better, right?
Okay. That's
Okay.
no more steps. I don't want you hurting yourself. You
Yeah.
might fall down then again.
Yeah. We don't want that to happen. So. Okay. Oh, we're
Okay,
done.
so then who else, what geographies, who else do we have that's in different parts of the country? I know we have other countries represented.
We do.
Dell is from
Dell's from New Zealand.
Yes.
Dell and her
So
cats.
who else do we have? Everybody else is U.S.,
We
I
have
think.
Danny Schwab, Louisiana.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, and JCTV said, Alex, yes, you did awesome.
Freezing in Louisiana.
And Jonah also does the mom, I forgot.
About how many times does he say mom? I think it's around 7?
Yeah,
Some
usually
pokes.
we average like 7.
Well, and half the time she even calls me Mom. Because if Diane's not around, I get Mom, or Dad. Like, hello, I have my own identity. You know, here, right here.
Usually the
They're all the
wheelchair should
same.
be a giveaway between mom and dad, but no.
Normal the clown, yeah, I have
But
that
same.
wait what shot. It says the wait what on it, because I do that a lot. I like daydreaming, and someone talks to me, and I say, what?
Yeah, that's for sure.
Easily
We got her that
distracted.
last year, and she
That's
wears
all
it a
of
lot.
us at
But
times.
Jarod also does that. He does wait
Yeah.
what pretty
Well,
much.
he's my
so-
twin, so, you know,
It's a twin thing.
twin thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, JCTV, Jarod. Oh, Jonah, Jarod is, he's at youth group.
Yes.
Yeah, because he's playing music, so he has to be there. I'm really tired, so I didn't want to go.
Yeah, we were in, so if you weren't in the beginning, the twins and I were in Baltimore. We just got back at like 5:30.
Yeah, we left
and
yesterday, and we did a shift there.
Well,
so
she's
the
gotta
whole day.
explain what it is.
Well, no, we don't have to go back. But
Yeah.
Well, we were gone all day yesterday,
Yeah.
and
got back late today,
Yeah.
and Jarod had to go right to church, and he's helping out with different things at church, like the Chimes group with little kids and Disciple Land, and now he has senior high, and he plays music for that. So he won't get back until about 10 o'clock tonight. So we had to do the live stream with
Yeah.
him. So I'm sorry Mr. Smooth isn't on here. I know we've disappointed people.
Yeah.
But we've
I'm
been
here.
talking about him a lot and his food consumption. So, you know, we
Okay.
He gets his airplane.
we should have a picture of him that we could hold up for people to see when he's not
Morgan
here.
asked, "How many wheelchairs do you own?"
Oh,
I have.
There's his
well,
old
the spare
one.
That's,
That's
let me
spare
let
one.
me think here.
he's
Spare
here,
one.
he's here.
Current
This
one.
one.
I have the 2 hand cycles and the off road.
And the off wheelchair.
Well, and the 2 hand cycles, the one is junk basically.
Yeah, it's really old.
It's a real old one.
The
that,
beater. That's the beater.
Beater.
yeah,
cycle.
that he had for you, and then he had got a used one like 3 years ago,
Yeah, that's.
and
the
he
current
hasn't parted with the old junk one that he can't use anymore.
one. I might have to though.
I think with the whole downsizing, that probably should go because it's kind of large.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the new hand trike. So, yeah, you have a few.
Yeah.
After like 30 years in a wheelchair, it kind of adds up because we're the type of people we don't get rid of things. So we save all the old stuff. So after 30 years,
Wait.
he adds them up.
Grim said you should have a hair cut out to hold the place for Jared's husband.
Yeah.
We will do that next
We
time.
have to consider that. We'll
Take
get
a picture and cut out his hair.
And
We
each-
can all just put that
we
on.
each take turns. Yeah.
Yeah, no, we need to cut out like this.
We'll get the sunglasses, a leather
Yeah.
jacket, and the hair cut out.
That's good. We like the sometimes at some of the races we go to. Sometimes they have like fans, like a piece of wood with just a
Picture
head
of the
somebody.
head, yeah.
With Mario Andretti the one time, and
Yeah, so it's
We
a
could do
Mario
that,
fan.
but
which
just
is,
put
yeah,
Jared's hair on it.
Mr. Smooth fan. So we could.
The fan club.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Okay.
going again. All right. Did we have a topic?
We did have a topic.
Yeah,
It was-
Alex.
wait, let me look at the title.
Alex says thank you to Melissa for saying she's a good comedian.
Oh.
I am. I'm the second best besides from Daddy. He's
Yeah.
the best.
She learned from me, so.
Yeah, it's scary. It really is. That's why the twins and I went away for 2
Yeah.
days because we just
We had to
we
escape.
needed a break. I'm not sure what we're gonna do when we're in the RV. We'll
Go
just
on the
travel.
roof.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
so we have Catherine from Canada. Hi,
Ah.
Catherine.
Is
Hi,
it cold?
Probably cold there.
Right, I'm guessing it's cold. It's like 20 or something here tonight, and next week it's that time of year I can't even look at the forecast because I looked into next week and the highs some days next week are 25 and the lows are 12 at night, and that's
Bad.
we really need to I'm going to soon just clear out the house and head south because it's just too cold.
Yep. If anybody wants to come over, we're having a bonfire in the backyard.
Everything
All the
that's
stuff
left
is
in the
getting
house.
piled up. We're burning it. We're gonna have hot dogs.
We're getting we're getting about to that point. We're getting desperate. When it gets that cold, sometimes it doesn't. Last year, of course, we weren't home this time of year. We were in Florida in December last year.
Over Christmas,
awesome.
it was.
And you know, no, but it
Christmas on
was
the
warm.
beach.
But it was warm here. It was I remember it. It was in the 50s up to 60s.
Yeah. It's like,
When
well,
we
that
were-
stinks. We didn't even get
Yeah.
away from the cold. It
We're
was
the whole
not
point
cold.
was to get away from the cold, and then it wasn't cold. So this year we're home, and now it's freezing cold. Yes. Oh, so Alex, we keep looking back there in the drama with Alex. She actually has a loose tooth in the back, and I think she's a couple. But anyway, this is one of those loose tooth that it gets the pointy thing, and it points in your gum, and then it
Yeah,
hurts.
it's bleeding.
So now it's
Very
bleeding.
dramatic.
So, behind the camera, what you're not seeing is Alex with tons of tissues going into her mouth and blood, and she keeps pointing at her mouth So hopefully this tooth will come out some point this evening, or she won't be able to sleep, I'm guessing. Is that right, Alex?
JCTV said you guys should pull it out live on camera. Yeah, come here, Alex.
Oh yeah, come here.
Ooh, let me do the door, the string on the door trick.
That was what my dad used to do. You put the string.
Seriously?
I told you that before when you were little. You blocked it out. You
I'm
don't
glad
remember.
you're not didn't do that to me.
So he would put the string on the tooth and then slam the door.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's harsh.
That was, yeah.
Did it
We're not
always
going
come
there.
out?
No, it didn't always come out. It made,
Ow!
it made it hurt a lot more though.
Then what's
Wow.
the
It's
point?
really hard to tie a string onto your tooth. Is the
It
thing.
builds character.
Right.
And look, I turned
Oh,
out
God.
fine. It's all good.
Yeah, but you had to get Invisalign now.
Yeah.
You got the
Yeah,
damage
that's why.
from
Then what about me?
ripping
Does
your teeth
Does
out.
anyone have a pliers handy? We can just,
Stop
like,
it.
we can do that.
Yeah, I could. Here, I have.
Okay, see what.
Get away.
Should I get my pocket knife?
What?
No.
Let's get my pocket knife. And take your tooth
Oh,
out.
string and a doorknob is old school. Okay, Janine, but that's because
Yeah,
we're
what?
old.
What's the new way?
And I can say that. No, Brian is old because he's older than me, so he's old. I'm not.
okay.
I'm not yet.
Here we go.
But hey, Janine, how you doing?
Thanks for
Glad-
joining.
Yeah, I'm glad you could come on. Janine.
Earl was just over earlier
Oh.
today. We just
Oh, that's
Dropped
right. Because when we were on the phone,
Janine's
Alex
husband
or
Earl
someone
was just here.
said, "Oh, the plumber's at the house." I said, "Oh, Earl's over." I didn't know Earl was coming
Yeah.
today.
Measuring the countertop.
Hey, we could have measured the countertops.
Well,
We have a tape measure.
I'm glad he didn't go by my measurements because I was 1 inch off on the one side.
Oh no, yeah, then we'd have And I'm surprised Brian hasn't explained why we need the new countertop to everybody.
Oh yeah, that's an interesting story of why we need the new countertop, because the old countertop, which wasn't that old, it was in good shape.
It was
fairly good shape,
like 9 years old.
except apparently Formica is not heat resistant if you take a pot directly off of the heat onto the Formica. Who knew? I didn't. She didn't.
Which is how it happened because he didn't know. And then
Yeah, I didn't tell her. So,
to be fair.
but they actually make these
I
things.
just-
They're like small pieces of cloth with an insulated material sewn in the middle, and you put it there. And it insulates.
It's called a pot holder. It's to
Oh.
hold the pot. It's not to set the pot on. It's a
Oh.
pot holder.
I thought it was called a thermal.
No, it's called a hot pod.
A hot pad,
A
yeah.
hot
Hot.
hot
Okay.
pad.
Yeah, hot pad.
Okay.
They make them out of silicone and everything.
Oh.
They're-
So we have
they're
this
great.
nice big burn mark.
So there's a burn mark on the countertop. That's why we have to replace it.
And go figure, the real estate guy said we have to replace the countertop before we try and sell.
No,
I mean,
No one noticed it.
can't we
it's
put
like-
a vase right there with some flowers?
It's a character mark. I
Yeah.
mean, we thought it added character, but
No, you see,
I
ladies,
guess
this is
buyers aren't.
This is what you do if your husband will not replace like a countertop or a floor in the kitchen. Because at our previous house in Kutztown that we lived at, I did the similar thing, but our floor was really crappy. So I took a hot pot and I didn't want to put it on the counter,
Yeah.
so I put it on the floor.
Yeah. She didn't want to put it on the Corian countertop, which is fairly heat resistant. So she put it on the floor, the vinyl floor, which melted.
Well, there were flames coming out of it. I didn't want to put it like on the counter and
What?
get the cabinet, so I put it on the floor, and yeah, it melted a spot. But then we got a new kitchen
Oh.
floor, so it worked out there too.
It's just lucky there wasn't like a can of gasoline sitting nearby to put out
Who
the
would
fire.
have gasoline in their kitchen, right?
No, I don't. Yeah. Not
So
good
if you
thing.
want a new phone,
You
Just,
like,
like,
throw
take
it in
it-
the tub. I don't know.
yeah.
See, Makenna didn't know that story because the twins weren't around yet when I burned the kitchen floor.
I wanted to. I would want to hear that.
Oh, thank you, JCTV. They gave some praise and some compliments to Makenna on her editing,
Oh, yeah.
which we also agree with. She does an awesome job, and we're so thankful that she
Yes.
does it, keeps working at it, and we're glad it's paying off.
Because she actually does all of it. Like, we all do some taping. Her and I do the majority of the taping, I'd say.
Yeah.
We don't trust them as much.
Yep.
Especially Jarod.
Yeah.
We're trying to teach them. But Makenna does 100% of the editing.
Yeah, she takes the camera
Yeah.
after all the footage on it, she uploads it, and does her thing in the
Okay.
editor.
Tooth problem. I'll be right back.
Oh no, is the tooth out?
Is it out yet?
Well, okay. Meanwhile, thank you, Becca. Meanwhile, we have a question. Catherine asked, how is the all-terrain wheelchair working out? I have a very wimpy power chair, and I was having to reel it.
Alright, hold on. How's the all-terrain one? Yeah, the all-terrain one is pretty good.
It's awesome.
It's good, yeah. I just wish I'd have more opportunity to use it. Because around here, there's just the backyard, And with all the stuff we're working on, downsizing and all that, I don't have time to go to
he
the rail
hasn't
trail.
been out in it too much yet.
I can't wait to hit some decent
Yeah.
hiking trails and things like that.
And honestly, now it's too cold. I mean, once it gets 45 or below, Brian, doesn't get out doing much activity because it just. Being paralyzed from the waist down, he's really poor blood circulation in his legs. So the older he gets, gets cold really quickly, which is part of the reason we're going to be, moving down south. Yeah. And so now once it's gets below 45, he doesn't. He goes out obviously to church and to shopping and all that, but we don't go out on for an hour or two hiking or biking or anything like that. So he hasn't gotten too much use out of it.
And with that off-road chair, it's not powered, so it's kind of it takes a fair amount of power and strength to get it going, even with the small gears that are on it.
And you're weak? Are you trying to say you're weak?
So the uphills are a little bit of a challenge. I'll probably need to be pushed sometimes, but but it is good. On flats and slight uphills, it's definitely manageable.
Yeah. JCTV said, because we said we don't trust Jarod with the camera, and JCTV said, I'm assuming Jarod would just film food. Probably, if he had the patience enough to not eat it as he was filming it. Or just
set the camera down and go eat.
Yeah, he wouldn't really film the food because he would get hungry. Like when we were down in Baltimore, we went a couple hours without eating because we were, sorting through these shoe boxes. And at one point last night, I mentioned something about food. And 5 minutes later, he was gone. Yeah. So it was just the mention of food. He's like, I'm hungry, and he had to go running off to the break area and have some granola bars or something. So just the thought of food gets Jarod hungry. So to videotape food, he wouldn't videotape much before he just set the camera down and started eating.
So we gotta apologize to Janine. She made a comment. She's glad that her husband didn't come home with a bunch of stuff from our house.
That's how it's alive.
Sorry about that. Because he came to do some work for us, and the last time, and there was a whole bunch of stuff that we were getting rid of, and we offered it to him because we know he does a lot of
he's very handy and makes all kinds of stuff.
He's an artist with the stuff that he does. So he took some tools and some things from us, and so now his house is fuller and ours is getting emptier.
So we're sorry Janine, but we know he loves that stuff, and he makes lots of neat stuff with it and everything. And he always tells me how he used all this stuff for this and that. So it's great though that he gets to use it, and it makes me feel better. Especially he took a lot of Dad's stuff a couple of years ago even.
Yeah, vintage tools, and we're glad to see someone can use them instead of just tossing them in a dumpster. And enjoy them
and stuff. So sorry Janine, but we're glad that we've made Earl happy. So if your husband's happy, Janine, you should be happy.
You're happy.
Right? That's how it works.
Okay, Norman the Clown said the all-terrain wheelchair doesn't walk for going up and down the stairs.
No, not at all. It's not light. But, the thing weighs. It's probably 40-some pounds.
Yeah.
42, I think it is. Standard regular wheelchairs. My regular one's about 16 pounds, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's heavy with all the gears and the brakes and everything like that.
And it's not one of those that the tires rotate up and can go, when we want to do stairs, and maybe we'll do a video on that sometime.
Yeah.
We've never done that. We can do a lot of stairs if there's a railing, and so there might be videos in the past that you've seen him pop, 2 or 3 steps, but we can do a flight of stairs if there's a railing. And only because, someone who's a higher injury level wouldn't have the strength to do it. But Brian, his injury level's down by his waist. So he has the upper body strength. He'll hold on to a railing and help pull.
And then there'll be someone in front pulling, and then someone back.
Yeah. And
it's a 2 or 3 person project. Coming down I can do by myself, holding on to the railing. But I always like to have somebody, a spotter.
Just in case. In case he lets go. Woo!
So that way if I do start falling, we can both fall down. Instead of only one.
Yeah. But we've done whole flights of steps like that.
I don't remember that before you.
No. Well, we used to do that. We had kids and we just don't do it, because when the kids were little, you can't be
but now we
doing
can
the
help.
steps. Yeah. Kind of if we trust,
Right?
That's a great idea.
Yeah, that's
you can trust me and Jen.
I could.
So those trust exercises. No, trust me I don't. Maybe he doesn't trust me anymore to do it. I don't know, but we've never
still,
fallen
for a few
or had
more
a
years.
problem.
I'll trust you.
Okay. All right. Janine says we have your father's cement test blocks Earl got from you years ago when we made a fireplace out of them in our backyard.
There you go.
Our steps by our pole.
How many
And it'll
did
be
you
there
get
until
them?
the end of time.
Yes, those are never.
Test blocks are not going to dissolve or erode ever.
Yeah, my dad worked for the state and, doing highways and everything. So when we first moved in, well, it was even before we moved in here, he had these concrete test blocks. And what those are is when they're going to pour concrete on a highway or something like that, or a bridge, they'll test a block of concrete for strength and all that kind of stuff. And my dad would bring these things home. And they were so heavy, like for me to move them and get rid of them years ago, I actually busted them up into like 3 pieces with a sledgehammer just so I could lift the pieces. But Earl's like big, strong guy, so he just came like whoop, and put them on his truck, and we literally had dozens of them that they had. And not all, I did break a lot up and get rid of them, but Earl took a lot. And see how handy that was, a fire pit and, what did she say, around the pool?
Steps on the pool.
Yeah.
See, so very helpful. Thank you for sharing that with us, Shane. I'm glad they were so useful.
Yeah, I'd like to see what that looks like. It'd be interesting.
Yeah, you have to take a picture and send us sometime. We want to see those. We want to see those test blocks. Do they have the date etched in them yet? Can we see the dates in them?
Yeah, Department of Transportation.
No, they don't do that. But they put the date they were
okay.
tested, and they would etch it in there. So, yeah.
Stamp it.
JCTV said, by the way, it looks like you guys might beat us to 2,000 subscribers, but we're still charging. You better not slow down because we are coming for you.
Yeah, don't give up. You can, sometimes you'll just get that. The same happens to us. It'll just be a video and all of a sudden, there's somebody shares one of your videos, and all of a sudden you start getting like 5 to 10 a day.
And usually we have no idea why it's
up,
doing that. We're like, hey!
Yeah, most of the time we're like, what happened? We don't know.
I know, there's supposedly a system, but I think that, the thing is just keep learning and making, working on making good videos, and JCTV, you've been doing that, and I love the kids. I love the kids doing the vlogging, and you're doing a great job editing those. I really enjoy those, and we were talking about that the other day, that you should do more of those, because we get to see the kids' perspective, which is really cool, and you do a great job editing
Jonah
them.
and Kana are really good at vlogging.
Yeah, and your cousins. It's always fun to watch them and their cousins together, and what they're seeing. I love the kids' eye view of things, and Dad, you do such a great job editing them. And you keep getting better and better, so it's fun to watch those. You should
Doors in Time is here.
Doors in Time too!
Hi.
Yay! There's lots of first time people here on our.
I think
Doors in Time was on this the last time, 2 weeks ago. I forgot. Yeah, we didn't get to do a live session last week. We just we got so busy.
Yeah.
With this whole downsizing, sometimes we get just crazy doing stuff and just don't even get to sit down for a minute.
Yeah, it's like, if we do a live session, it would have to be from within a pile of, stuff.
So
this is Jarod's room right now.
Yeah, we keep doing this in Jarod's room because he painted this, and we got the
There's a nice corner here that he keeps.
Yeah, we won't show you that corner because that's his dresser with some drawers open and some socks hanging out
and random stuff.
There's a dishcloth in here, and
that is a microfiber guitar wiping cloth.
Oh, okay. I thought it was one of my dishcloths, but so we won't show you the rest of his room, but this corner is good. And this, of course, is a lighthouse that Brian's dad made for Jarod. So that's a lovely little backdrop here. So, yeah.
Morgan asked, do you think that it's weird when you stare at camera? I don't know. I mean, it's like when we're talking to you guys.
Yeah, that's kind of what you're looking kind of just into a lens, but we kind of try to imagine all you guys out there, and try to have a little bit better connection that way.
Well, yeah, it's fine. You do the first time we did it, maybe it was a little different.
Yeah, it's kind of
it's just like vlogging in general. When we first were doing it, it was kind of like you were just talking to a camera. But now it's kind of, we know so many people through YouTube and everything that now it's kind of like we're talking to you. We don't actually see you, but we feel like we're talking, more directly to people. And when we vlog, it's gotten that way too, because
well, the hard part of vlogging is if you have the viewfinder turned towards you, it's tough to not look at the viewfinder.
Yeah.
Because then it looks like you're not looking at the people.
Yeah.
You have to try to look at the lens and not the viewfinder.
Yeah.
After all this time, we're all pretty good at it.
Yeah.
Alex still needs some practice.
Yeah. Melissa, good luck starting your YouTube channel.
Oh,
You
she's starting a YouTube channel? Oh,
Well, she
that's
said
great.
she wants,
A laptop for Christmas because I want to start my own channel.
There you go.
Yeah, that would be great,
Neat.
Melissa. You let us know. We will check that out if you get
Yeah.
that started after Christmas. Yeah, Alexandra has been wanting to start a YouTube channel.
I'm walking an intro.
Yeah, Makenna's been working on an intro, and so she actually is wanting to get one started, and we thought she'd have fun, relating to the kids and stuff, and especially as we travel, like her view of our traveling, and there'll be obviously different things she's interested in when we're traveling all over the country. So she thought that'd be pretty fun, and but that's one of those things that Makenna's kind of working on an intro video, but it will definitely be probably once we start traveling.
Yeah.
But she's been working on a name for that and everything, and trying to come up with the YouTube, right?
So Amber asked some new, what is your timeline for going full RV life? As soon as possible. We wanted it to be like
2 weeks ago.
Thanksgiving,
Yeah,
but too late for that. Now we're
Maybe
hoping
2
for
weeks ago.
Christmas, but it's not looking that good.
No, the New Year's. We're definitely the New Year's. Honestly, if I will just that's it. I will go away for a weekend and come back and just tell them clear out the rest of the house, and that's it. Because I am the delay. I literally am the delay of going through all this stuff that was my parents or my relatives of my parents. I'm an only child, so it's like all this stuff came to me.
And all aunts and uncles.
Yeah, and this was my parents' house since they built this in 1964. So it's basically like clearing out an estate for my parents, and so yeah, it's me. But I'm I see me, if it's not by the end of the year, I will be like, I'm going away. Just get rid of it, and I gotta stop.
And Jarod will be in charge of that process.
He'll have a dumpster outside.
Mom, just throw it all away.
But that's very hard to do. But I'm working on it, and I'm distributing it to family who would want it. So.
Thank you, Becca. She said she was one of our first subscribers.
Oh, that's cool.
Thank you,
Becca, what was the first? Do you remember? What was the first video that you found of ours? And
yeah,
where
how
did
did you find us?
That would be hard to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe she's
How far
a
back?
better memory.
But how did
Far back.
everyone find us?
I don't know.
Curious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
What
actually,
what
what was the
video?
first
Yeah.
video you remember of ours watching?
Yeah. I don't know.
And how long ago?
But yeah,
was it?
we've been around for a while, but we really started doing regular videos in end of February, beginning of March of this year. That we, before that we kind of did a video here and there, just kind of more for ourselves. And then in February, March, we started, trying to do them regularly and really starting up a channel and getting stuff out there about the, the kind of disability awareness, positive, kind of mindset.
Yep.
On
We went
things.
to the fullest.
Yep.
We put a little more thought into sort of standardizing what
Yeah.
content. It's a huge learning
Like
process.
we have
Everybody
Wheelchair
knows.
Wednesdays.
Yes, with Wheelchair Wednesday, which is what today.
Speaking of our topic.
Oh yeah, wheelchairs. Something on disability. That was
Let me
for
look
today.
at the title. Oh, accessible travel plans. Like
Yeah.
nothing more. Okay. Now
Okay, but we talked about our accessible
Yeah, we
travel
talked
plan
about
from
our
the beginning.
travel plans.
But I don't know, like if there's anyone out there watching who's in a wheelchair, like what types of things would you want to see?
Yeah.
Yeah, or if anyone is not in a wheelchair that has a memory of a place that they remember seeing someone in a wheelchair and thinking, wow, that's really nice that they have.
Yeah, that
maybe
it's accessible or
accessible.
something.
Yeah, just let us know if you want to see us check out a place and see if it's accessible, or if there's a place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when once we're traveling and know specifically where we're going,
Yeah, then
we can
people
put
could
up
say,
areas.
oh, how about this, that? Go check it out.
And you could comment and let us know, hey, we know this place is accessible, you should go check it out. Or, we were thinking of going to this place, and could you tell us if it's very accessible?
Or where's some good ice cream around here?
Yeah.
Accessible
Ice cream Sundays.
places.
That's
Isn't
true.
that right?
You can't. Ice cream places are not always accessible.
A lot of times they have a patio
They
with
do.
a couple
They
of
have
steps
patios.
outside. And then
Port St. Joe last year, we biked to an ice cream place that was just down. The state park we were staying at. We could bike to this ice cream place, and driving by it in the car, we didn't realize it wasn't accessible because they had this beautiful patio outside and it had the umbrellas and the whole thing. But it had steps like everywhere. So Brian we had to like cordon him off in like the parking lot and make him sit there
They brought me ice cream.
They brought him ice cream.
I had ice cream. How bad can it be?
JCTV said that they're pretty sure that the first video they watched was the exact instructions challenge. Jonah found us. Jonah found you guys and showed us. We had to make sure everything we watched is good, and you guys were approved after that.
Okay.
That video was really fun to make. We loved that one.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I forget who saw. One of the twins saw an exact instruction. Okay, Makenna did. And she's like, "We got to do this."
Yeah, and then I regretted my decision as Daddy was like, he like took everything and tried to. That's why mine was so long, because I knew he would like try to mess it up.
You still didn't get me though. I found a way
Almost.
around
That was
the
close.
details.
Okay, and Becca said that she was looking up random videos on YouTube the same year you started your channel, and the first video she found was the hand cycling at Woodville Park. So that was actually a first video, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it really wasn't even. I guess it was because you guys were along with me and riding bike, like behind me. Yeah.
That was way back.
And it was just
There was like no editing in it.
We didn't know what we were doing.
We had no idea. Yeah, we didn't.
I think we had one cool shot where I set up the camera for the front, and then did another shot with the camera facing from behind.
I know, yeah.
But we thought it was neat because it showed hand cycling, and for people who weren't familiar with hand cycling, or someone who was interested in getting a hand cycle and wanted to see what they were all about. Yeah. We thought it was a good video to kind of show.
Doors and Time said best ice cream is at the BYU Creamery in Clover.
Oh, so Brigham Young, their creamery. Yeah, you know what we found? The colleges that have creameries, because Penn State has which is where he went to college, they have a great creamery too. So there's something about colleges and the creamery. So we might have to keep that in mind as we travel. Find the colleges, because we're gonna do a Sunday.
Ice cream Sunday.
Thank you.
Ice cream.
Sunday ice cream
I know it's a hard one to remember, but
I'm really tired. I did a lot of driving to and from Baltimore the past 2 days.
Gus said that I think the first video I watched was the Marco Polo challenge, the blindfolded wheelchair with Marco Polo challenge thing.
We love that, and we said
that was hilarious.
We said we were going to do another blindfolded one, and we never got around to it. We have to do maybe like in the snow now.
That one was fun too.
Snow.
We were really all amazed at how off direction we were with that blindfold on. Like we think we're going in a straight line, and we're like doing a spiral. It was really.
Oh, I know. We were on the rail trail, and that's all nice, and it's just gravel, so it's totally accessible. And I could have
sworn I was going straight, but I was going like
She was like going across into the woods.
And that was just a little bit, and I think I was on like the other side. It was, Oh, JCTV said that they remember Jonah saying that dad is super funny.
No,
Jonah.
No.
So that was number
You're the man, Jonah. You got good taste in
We
funny
didn't
guys.
even need to know. That was just too much information for us. It was.
He knows he's funny, Jonah. And me and him got this.
Melissa said the first video I found was was a wheelchair challenge and RV tour. I recognize you all from the Going RV show on TV. Yeah, we were on the it was called Going RV.
It was called Going RV.
On TV.
Yeah, we that show we filmed that like last September of 2016, and then it was shown last March or something of this past year.
Yeah.
And we don't get that channel here, so we saw the video. They sent us one, but we never saw it on TV. But when we went to an RV show in Hershey this past September, there was actually 2 people who came up to us and like, "Were you on that Going RV show?" So apparently,
we were like, "We're celebrities!"
Yes,
2 people recognized us.
But that's funny that you recognize us from that show too.
JCTV said, "Just make your trip a hunt for the best ice cream in the United States. Maybe the Food Network will pick it up. Jarod will be happy."
Yeah, that
would be awesome.
That would
Hey, we should do that.
I was gonna say not just Jarod. That would be like or we might end up going to cookie shops then, like the bakeries.
Or we could do French Fry Friday, Alex.
All right, now
French Fry Friday.
We're gonna turn it into all food.
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Watermelon Wednesday.
Watermelon Wednesday.
Watermelon Wednesday.
Mango Monday.
Mango Monday.
No, you can't go to different places and get mangoes.
Why?
Go to different stores like grocery.
You don't think mango is as good as ice cream?
Go to like different grocery stores and find every mango.
So our travels across the country are now going to forget the national and state parks and all those historic
Forget this
things.
disability awareness. We're going for food.
It's going to be ice cream.
Because we all are just we're all just food hounds.
And watermelon.
And And honestly, though, if you watch many of our videos, we actually eat healthy,
like
despite what we talk about.
Just not on the challenges.
See,
that's why we do the challenges.
I'm good. I like fruit the best. He likes cookies and sugar the best.
Yeah,
because they are.
Nah. No, see, instead of going to Mango, we can just go to food stores.
Yeah, but we are, despite all these no French fry, but we are going to do ice cream sundaes when we travel around. We're going to find cool ice cream shops, and we got that idea from Trent and Siobhan because they do their donut Fridays, and we were saying shops all over.
And we were saying do
ice cream,
just ice cream. It would be like ice cream Wednesday, and then I forget who it was mentioned the obvious.
Trent was like, "Why don't
mention
you
the obvious ice cream Sunday?"
What a good idea!
You have play on words built in there.
Yeah,
perfect.
So yeah, we couldn't even come up with that on our own. So, but that's something.
I failed you on that one. I gotta admit.
You did. I mean, that's like,
I know.
That should have been right there.
Obvious.
So, all right. For anybody who wants the update on the tooth over there, we're still working on the tooth. We've got the bloody tissue. And
could go on for
every
days.
once in a while we're getting these kind of motions and we're seeing the tissue.
And she's like holding up the bloody tissue.
Yeah, we're not going to show you any of that. There was another video she lost a tooth on.
That was when we were at the... No,
we were at the community day.
The community day, and we were eating.
Yeah.
Like the chicken. No, we were at the sidewalk. We were eating like French fries and chicken and pierogies and stuff, and then Alex's tooth fell out.
Yeah, and all of a sudden she's like, ah! And there was blood. And
we got a video though.
Yeah, we tried to put
what did we call that video?
We tried the clickbait, bloody tooth incident or something like that.
No, we decided we wouldn't do that.
I wanted to try that.
Called? What
to
was
try
that
to get
called?
1 million views.
I don't know.
But it didn't. We didn't go that route.
The candy. It was called candy something, right?
Yeah, but we didn't go with the bloody tooth.
It was on the Candyland blog.
It would. It probably
would
got more
characters
views.
in Candyland.
Because there actually was a bloody tooth that But
JCTV. So Alex, she says, Alex just bite into an apple. It's supposed to help with a loose tooth. One time, I actually lost a tooth at our neighbor's house, and I bit into the what's that chewy candy in a little box?
Chewy candy in a little box. Anyway,
chocolate. Milk duds. Milk duds. I bit into it.
Milk duds aren't chewy.
And I bit into it, and then my tooth.
Caramel covered with chocolate.
So I bit into it. My tooth started.
Oh, I'm thinking Whoppers.
Like I tasted blood, so I spit the thing out.
I
spit the thing out, and then I realized it was beef. So I went in, and then I lost my tooth in the candy in the yard somewhere.
Oh, man.
Should we change the title of this to something food related? Because I'm thinking if we go back and watch this, like
food.
75% of his videos
they all could be just titled "Random Discussion with Able Family Life."
This is what happens when you put us together and you put a camera in front of us.
Even without Mr. Smooth. And speaking of Mr. Smooth,
JCTV.
Bye. Good night. Do I have to go get Mr. Smooth?
Yeah, he's got to go get Mr. Smooth.
Oh yeah, you have to go get Mr. Smooth.
What time is it? I can't see.
9:28. Ends at 9:30.
Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be there in 2 minutes to get Mr. Smooth. So
yeah, do it some time. Random is more fun.
I'm gonna get going. So bye everyone. Thanks for joining us, and so glad to see you all. And
we're staying.
Hopefully we yeah. Hopefully, but that we'll be doing this, like, Sundays is when we're supposed to be doing this, and we're going to try and stick to Sundays.
Yeah, we'll try.
And we're going to work on that, but they are going to stay here having all this fun
and talk
bad jokes.
Not for too much longer.
And then I'm going to go get Mr. Smooth. Yeah. So I will see you all later. Bye-bye.
Alex, you got a chair now. Nope, she's going
Bye, Alex.
No one wants to
Okay, move over so we're centered.
Yeah.
Okay, so now it's just the two of us.
Which is more awesome because we're the best
we're
people.
Awesome. All right.
Except you. We're joking.
What?
Okay.
That's not even funny.
And we have Abnormal the Clown and Becca asking when is Brian starting his comedy vlog?
I don't know. I feel worried that I might, if I try to do a whole thing about comedy, the pressure might just burn me out.
Don't you think you get enough comedy just from regular vlogging?
Yeah,
I mean,
isn't that enough for everybody?
Yeah.
I might get just like, writer's block if I tried to.
Oh, and Becca said tell some jokes, but it's more of a when we say something and he feels like annoying us, he says something about what we're mentioning.
Yeah.
It's more of on the moment, on spur of the moment kind of thing.
And I have a terrible memory for you know, the guy walked into a bar or whatever, those type of jokes. I can't remember a single one, honestly. But
they're all corny.
Oh, Carmel, come on!
Oh, say hi to Carmel.
Carmel is here.
Here for the
Whoa,
night.
don't push me. Don't push me. Carmel's here. All
Say
right.
hi.
Hey, jump up.
Come on.
Come on up on it. No.
No.
No, actually, I'm not going to do it now. That chair folds up.
Up. Come on.
That is dangerous.
Up.
She's throwing the back leg.
Up. Come on. Up.
So, we're not going to, our show on the road isn't going to have a dog trick circus, because dogs aren't very talented at that. They're not very coordinated. They can jump up on my lap. That's all they need to do, right? Yeah. Okay.
I've been replaced, Carmel.
Oh, okay. Oh, and there's
Look
Pepper.
at that. See, look,
Okay,
I didn't
Pepper
even get out the door yet, and I was replaced, Carmel. You want to sit on my chair? Would you like to sit? Would you like to sit on
No,
my chair?
Pepper, mate, you gotta hold it. It folds
Sit on
up.
my
I
chair?
thought you picked up Mr. Smith.
Yeah, anyway.
I was. I forgot.
Don't forget
You
that.
are.
Pepper.
You're distracted.
Pepper's
We
coming.
get distracted.
I got distracted by the puppies.
Yeah,
Okay,
McKenna
I'm
looks
okay.
tired.
Okay,
McKenna
bye.
is
No,
tired.
I don't.
Becca caught you yawning. You can't hide like this.
I think I've yawned like 10 times. But was anyone counting? Yeah.
Well, maybe we should wrap it up since you're tired.
Yeah, I guess.
So we're
And
gonna have
kind of talked about a bunch of things.
yeah, gotta get her room cleaned up. The dog has a nest on top of her bed of like 5 comforters, so she's gotta clean that off. Everybody's gotta get ready for bed. It's 9:30 here
Unpack.
on the East Coast.
It's like unpack. We didn't pack too much, but we do have some stuff. So
But what we're gonna try to do maybe this Sunday. I'm not sure. Probably this Sunday.
probably
We'll try
at
to do
like,
another
wait, do we
live.
have to
We
make
gotta
coop, or can we do
no,
it?
we don't.
So probably at
We gotta
8
get
o'clock.
back on track.
So
Eight.
it's probably gonna be Sunday at 8 p.m.
8 or 9 Eastern on Sunday. We'll do another live session. Try to have some interesting content to get the ball started, to get the discussion going, so it can just go wherever it ends up. But thank you everyone for tuning in. We're glad you did, and we look forward. If anyone has ideas of where we can go on our travels,
Yeah.
just send us a comment.
And Graham, we do have an Instagram. It's just Able Family Life on Instagram.
Yeah, we're on Instagram.
Yes.
And
We actually,
Twitter
yeah. We can stop posting on this.
and Facebook.
And Facebook. They're all Able Family Life, so it's easy enough. Okay, bye Becca. Bye everyone.
All right, so we'll see everybody hopefully on Sunday. Thanks for tuning in.
I click.
Click, click, click.
Wait, there's no end.
Oh,
they need to make
no.
this easy. There's no end live stream button. Okay.
How do you end it?
No, I was. Oh, there's Christian Newman. Bye, Christian.
Oh, Christian was on.
Bye, Kristen.
And good luck with your tooth, Alex.
Yay.
Oh, there's the X. I found it. Okay,
Yeah,
bye.